So I'm not sure how much longer I'm going to be introducing stories from my front porch, but for now I figure better safe than sorry. Nobody really knows how this pandemic is going to proceed, but we do know it's not over. We also know that certain parts of our community are harder hit than others, and that's creating real challenges for community centers and social service agencies. Anne Marie Berger checked in with one organization in one of the city's pandemic hotspots.
And so what we're doing is we're trying to give them the understanding that they can be whoever they want to be, even growing up in the 63115 zip code.
Wesley House Association, located in the Penrose neighborhood in North St. Louis, has provided youth, family, and senior citizen programs and services to this community for more than a century.
Our primary focus is serving people that live in maybe a 4 or 6 block radius of where we are located.
John Saunders Jr. is the executive director of Wesley House. He explains their primary focus is to fill the basic needs of their neighbors.
What does your community generally look like? Who lives in your neighborhood? Who lives in 63115 that you serve?
And Marie, it is, I would say 99.9% African American, low income, based upon the 2010 census. 76% of households in this community live below the poverty line.
So 63115, and correct me if I'm wrong, because details change very quickly, but your community in your neighborhood, your zip code has been hit rather significantly from COVID. There's been a lot of people affected by it who have gotten sick, correct?
Yes, and I haven't checked the statistics recently, but I do know that 63115 zip code was the highest rate of COVID-19 cases at one time. Many factors may be involved in that situation, but yes, we have been hit very hard in this area by the virus. And of course, it's had a major impact on our programs and services and how we operate and interact with our clients.
Wesley House offers meal home delivery, Meals on Wheels, and that was suspended for the month of April because one of their drivers tested positive for the virus. When they were forced to stop in-person support to their neighbors, so did the bag lunches they supplied to school-aged children who depended on those meals.
And really, I would say, Anne Marie, the biggest thing that has impacted us, as you alluded to, is the face-to-face contact with our clients. So therefore, what we're going to do drive-through food pantry distribution events on our parking lot. People will be able to drive through, get a box of food, which will consist of protein, canned goods, some bakery items. So we are going to adapt that way and do 2 of those events this month to provide some basic necessities for people to live in the community. Now, I would say that there are a lot of drive-through food pantry and food distribution events, but none of them have taken place in this community. So we've had to adapt, but we're continuing to keep things rolling.
I think one of the things we've all been working on is maintaining those partnerships with the local organizations around us. And
Liz Jackson is the Director of Community Partnerships and Programs at Wesley House.
Has there been a large digital divide? You think, okay, kids, just go online, you'll get your lessons from your teachers, you can do this stuff, but there's a significant amount of the population that doesn't have access to Wi-Fi or internet or even tablets or computers. Has that been an issue for some of the young students in your community?
Definitely. I have actually a teacher that's in my residence here that lives with me. And so watching her daily struggle to make sure that she maintains communication and interactions with her kids. She has over 21 kids in her class, and she's only been able to maintain at least 5 of them. And so watching
only
that,
5?
Only 5, because, and again, it goes back to what you just talked about, the disparity of having access to internet, parents not having access to either Chrome or to a tablet. Their data plans may only allow them so much data on their phones or whatever devices that they have. And so we are seeing that being limited for our kids in the 63115 area. I think as a community, we really need to wrap ourselves around each other and figure out how do we make this work moving forward, and how do we help kids move on academically from this.
On the other side of this, and I'm not going to say when things get back to normal, because they're not going to be back to normal. We're not quite sure how that's going to look, but we have to be ready for what the options are, or what the options are not going to be.
Either way, you know that Wesley House will be there on the other side of this for the new normal.
They may not look exactly like we planned for them to, but we're going to continue to move forward and get these things in place to impact some young lives, some families, and continue to impact our senior citizens.
Yes.